The diversification in our business has given us a lot of depth. We started off as a farming operation, we diversified into stainless steel wine tank manufacturing, then we went into wine storage.
We are processing almond hulls and walnut hulls and making biochar from them. And then that's what people use in Haiti as their fuel.
Yeah, we got involved in a liquid fertiliser manufacturing plant.
And we then got involved with mandarins.
There's 2,500 fish go into each cage, and the water just comes in out of the bore, or it can come out of the river into here, and then the water just can flow back out and goes around to water our cotton and whatever.
We've been looking at lots of different crops, but yeah, cotton, we've sort of settled out on cotton just because of the marketing and how open the industry is and welcoming, I say, to all parties.
If you've got a long run, this system's magic.
We give back by sharing our information and our experience in everything we do.
The other real advantage is it sets itself up for automation. I had a very open book here on trying to encourage cotton in the south, and now with our development of the cotton gin, that underpinned the cotton industry in this area.
We're up to 770,000 bales, or over 770,000 bales, since the gin started.
I was brought up on a grazing farm, and we were taught to be resourceful and deal with what you had, and that's, I think, carried through with irrigation. We're living in the new reality here on our zone, and that is we've had 68% cuts, permanent cuts to our water licence, groundwater. We have focused very much on water conservation projects with pipelines, overhead irrigation, and we've been able to maintain that yield and fibre quality. The pipeline here was designed so we could eliminate 2 irrigation pumps. The idea of the pipeline was mainly to reduce the transmission losses in water and getting it out into the crop where you need it. Well, that's another rig we built ourselves, and we direct drill into standing sorghum straw and had some very good results with it. Overhead irrigation's a new area for us as well. System whole, I mean, compared to flood irrigation, I save about 36% on water usage. Renewable energy is another thing now that I've become interested in. With our solar setup here, we've got 10 kilowatts of solar panels on the roof there, connected to the grid. All the case now, not putting it into the grid anymore, but storing it and using it later. We're going to use less coal. That mine down the road may not ever go ahead, and I think that's the ultimate driver.
Win-win.
Over the past 15 years, energy prices have really been hard for us. All our water comes from diesel motors driving bores. So in December last year, we installed 100 kilowatts of solar panels on an existing production bore. It's also got a diesel generator running in conjunction with it.
And having that hybrid option means, regardless of the weather, we can get that production out of the bore that we need.
The system's pretty new. It was supposedly the largest of its kind in the world. I had to do a lot of research into this to get it actually off the ground. It's completely off-grid, but it looks like it's going to decrease our fuel costs by around 50%.
We farm in conjunction with Andrew's family, so the 3 brothers and his mum and dad, and that has some definite advantages in terms of sharing workload and idea generation.
We've developed a 4-metre furrow system growing double skip cotton. Gives us greater control over our water, and we believe we can grow considerably more cotton for the amount of water we use, which gives us more bang for our buck. We've grown dryland cotton a few times in the last 4 or 5 seasons. And in the last 18 months, I've been involved with other growers from different valleys in trying to get a more direct path to researchers and trying to get some of our dryland specific issues heard within the industry.
He's an incredibly passionate cotton grower. He just wants to grow good cotton to the best that he can. That's sort of what drives him.